All right, we are back. Another episode of Your Relationship Sucks! Exclamation point. Very excited here. A little bit colder for me in the garage. Unexpected winter situation going on for me, but that's all right. We'll power through it. You look very cozy in your setup there. A little bit jealous of that, unfortunately.
Yes, I have a candle lit and everything.
Yeah, that's not really possible where I am currently, but that's all right. All right, so everybody knows the drill. But if you're new or if you just want to refresh yourself, we're getting questions about relationships. We're giving honest answers. We're giving actual raw reactions and advice and everything off the cuff, whatever. Because I haven't seen this, the audience hasn't seen this, but you have seen this. So go ahead. Let's jump into initial impressions. Hit me with it. What do you got?
Yes, you're right. I am in charge. My 27-year-old male girlfriend of 4 years, 26-year-old female, has recently become obsessed with a male streamer, and I feel really uncomfortable about it.
Yikes, bro. Yikes. Sounds not good for this gentleman. I don't know. It just sounds, he might have to pack this one up. I'm going to be honest with you. That's rough. I don't know. It doesn't feel good to me. It does not feel good to me.
Well, let's see if you feel better at the end or if you feel worse. This is really embarrassing to even post about, and I don't even know if my feelings about this situation are valid or if I'm just being a jealous boyfriend. My girlfriend and I have lived together for 2 years now, and it's great. She is admittedly my first girlfriend, so I am a bit inexperienced, but our relationship has been steady and happy, and I was planning on proposing to her.
How old is this guy?
27.
Oh, fuck me. That's okay. All right, go ahead. That's not good what you're just reading right now. That's not okay. Go ahead.
Can you expand on why it's not good?
No, we'll get into it. It's not good.
Okay.
This is bad.
I was planning on proposing to her this year, but my plans were squashed by current events. I know she wants to get engaged somewhere nice, but traveling right now is not smart or feasible. My girlfriend lost her job back in July thanks to you know what, and it really devastated her. She was pretty close to being a dream. It was pretty close to being a dream job for her, so she took it really hard. She started panicking about finding another job in this market. I'm really fortunate to have a well-paying, essential job and minor debt, so I was more than happy to let her have a break for a few months. She was already kind of depressed from the quarantining. Her job was work from home, and I thought letting her rest and recover for a bit would help, and she readily agreed and was super grateful. She really stepped up, and the apartment was super clean, and she was making delicious, elaborate dinners. Since it's just us two in a one-bedroom apartment, there's not much mess between us, so she still had a ton of free time. She became tired of all the stuff of streaming services and started watching more YouTube. Then her friends invited her to play a game with them, and she got hooked onto it and started watching YouTube videos about it. I guess that's how she found this streamer. Let me tell you, my girlfriend's interest in video games before this was limited mostly to Mario Kart, so I was a bit taken back by her suddenly watching Twitch and her YouTube gaming videos 24/7, but I was excited for her new hobby and interests at first. Now everything is about this guy. She follows him on every social media platform and is either rewatching old streams of him when he's not streaming or she's watching him live. And this guy can stream for hours and hours at a time, mostly when I'm finally home from work and want to spend time with her. If I ask her to watch a movie with me, she'll keep one earbud in and still have him streaming on her phone, barely paying attention to the movie. She shows me a lot of clips from the streams that are funny, and I guess I can see why she thinks it's fun to watch him, but I'm getting really jealous of this guy. Her mood on days he doesn't stream are always low, and she acts really grumpy around me. She has paid money to become a subscriber. Not sure how that works, and I confronted her about the possibility of sending him donation money, but she assures me she hasn't, and she's pretty good with money, so I feel like she's telling the truth. But at this point, I don't know how to feel. I'm scared to hurt her feelings, especially since she's finally seeming happier these days. I made a joke about the other day about how she likes him more than me, and she got really offended by it. So I don't even know how to broach the topic with her. I don't want to control what she does with her free time, but I feel like this guy has replaced me. At the same time, I feel stupid of being jealous of a guy that she is interested in and is semi-famous. It's not like she's his one and only fan. Am I feeling threatened for no reason, or should I actually be worried about this?
No, this dude should definitely be worried. There is a lot of evidence that his girlfriend is trying to bang this dude. It's not a good look. Look, for the people out there, for the young guys out there who got a crush and they finally got a girlfriend and all that stuff. Most of the time, your first girlfriend is not going to be the person that you marry. Okay, that's also going to go for women, but I'm speaking very specifically to the young men out there, because the second that this guy was like, this is my first relationship and I'm planning on marrying her at the age of fucking 27, a lot of alarm bells and red flags and all kinds of shit going off in my head. That is not a good sign. Now, why didn't you have a girlfriend by the age of 27? Was that choice or was that lack of options, right? And when I say lack of options, I don't mean lack of qualified women for you, right?
That's you mean not have a girlfriend by 23, right?
Oh, he's 23. I thought you said he was 27.
No, but they've been together for 4 years.
Oh, that's a long time. All right, I misunderstood. I was thinking he got it at 23 and then went to 20. So I misheard that. But still, my point is. I mean,
he's still 27. His first girlfriend was still at 23, so that's pretty old still.
Wait, what? Say that again? So this guy's 27 years old, and this is his first girlfriend. Is that accurate?
Yeah, but they've been together for 4 years.
Yeah. No, I don't care about that part. What I'm saying is, if this is, I see what you're saying. You know, it's like he didn't just get her.
I'm derailing your point. That's different. Yeah.
No, I get it. And that's valid. What I'm saying is, this is someone who's 27 who's saying, this is my first girlfriend. I don't care how long you've had her for. You're fucking 27 years old. You've been in one relationship, right? That's a red flag. It's not a red flag because it can't work. It's none of those things. It's that you're still having these issues, right? Like, you're not someone who is self-assured at 27. That's my problem, right? If this guy was like self-assured and he was like, hey, you know what? Whatever. Like, I don't care. I've been with her for 4 years. We're doing great. She wants to watch this guy. I don't care. I'm not threatened. I got a great job. I treat her well. You know, we got a great relationship, all these things. I wouldn't have a problem with this guy, right? But he's like, this is my first girlfriend. I'm 27, and I'm asking dumb questions like this. Like, should I be worried about this? Right? Yeah, you fucking should, bro. Like, yeah, you definitely should be worried that your girlfriend is trying to bang this dude. You can't get her to spend time alone with you. I don't care how many girlfriends you've had. I don't care how long you've been together. If you can't get the other person in your relationship, and this goes for everybody, if you can't get the other person in your relationship to put their fucking phone down for like 20 minutes to just sit with you, there is a real big problem in your relationship. I'll tell you that right now. That goes across the board. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. There's no excuse for that. If you can't get the other person to spend 20 minutes with you with zero technology, there is an issue. And you're telling me that this chick can't watch, she's not willing to watch a movie with you? Yeah, that's a fucking problem, man. That's a big problem. It's a real big problem that she's got an earbud in, and you know that she's watching this other dude. She's just flaunting it in front of you. Like, that's an issue, man. And it's also an issue that you can't raise that with her. It's a real problem for me that you can't be like, hey, you know what? Maybe it'd be great if you didn't spend all your time watching this guy, right? Like, the fact that you can't say that to this girl, or that you haven't said that to this girl, is very concerning for me, right? And not because, like, she's doing this or she's doing that or whatever. I'm saying this dude is not ready. But the reason I'm concerned is because he was like, yeah, I'm about to wipe her up, right? And I'm like, don't do that. That's a fucking disaster waiting to happen, dude. You obviously don't know this girl well enough. It's very clear to me that you do not know this girl at all, because you can't get her to have a fucking 20-minute movie night with you. We're not even talking about you two having a conversation wherein there is no electronics interrupting you. I'm saying you can't even get the completely non-personal sitting on a couch and watching a fucking movie together without any sort of distractions or without some other dude in her ear. It doesn't even matter that it's another guy. Like it doesn't even matter that she's following this guy. The fact that she won't spend 20 fucking minutes with you is a real problem. And the second that you were like, yeah, I want to fucking wipe this chick up, I'm like, don't. That's a terrible idea. Do not do that. That is an awful idea. She's not ready for marriage. She's probably going to say no. You're not ready for marriage. You two haven't even had a talk yet. Like, you don't trust, you literally don't believe her. You don't. It doesn't matter. You do not believe her when she says that she is not sending this dude money, right? Like, otherwise you wouldn't ask the question. Mm-hmm. You would not ask the question if you were very comfortable that she was not sending him donations, tips, whatever it's called. The fact that you are worried about that, the fact that you would even bring that up, that tells me that you don't trust her. You have zero trust with her. Like, I don't care what you say. We've been together for 4 years, whatever. I know a number of people who've been in multi-year relationships who there is zero trust between them. This guy and this girl sound like one of those. There is nothing here that tells me either one of you should be doing this. My other concern is she's just out there, like, she lost her job. I get it, whatever. Like, that happens. Not the end of the world. You got a job. You're taken care of. Like, great, good for you. Like, it's fine, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna throw you a parade or anything, but like that's fine. That's how you guys did your stuff. She's just not trying to get a job now or whatever. It doesn't, like, look, you don't have to work, okay? You don't have to work for a living. Everybody has their own shit. Everybody you can figure out as a couple, whatever. But I'm saying is, like, what's her plan? Right? Like, what's her plan? Is she gonna be a gamer? Is she like, look, I am so fucking focused, right? I'm like straight up Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, just devouring film on this fucking game, right? Like, I am in there 24/7. I'm on lockdown. Like, I'm studying coverages. I'm studying all this shit, but it's related to this game because she wants to be a professional gamer, or she wants to stream on Twitch herself, or whatever the reason is. Or is she just watching this dude because she's like, that's who I would rather marry? And I'm going to be honest with you, based on what you said, it doesn't sound like, I get it. You're like, well, she's cooking the food or whatever. Still, it doesn't sound like she's cooking the food anymore.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like
things
were going great until she found the streamer, and then.
But here's the thing: things were going great for him, right? Things were going great for him.
Fair point.
Right.
So. Fair point.
It sounds like she didn't necessarily, that wasn't what she was all about, but she was like, I kind of, whether I feel obligated to do this or I want to do this because I love you or whatever, doesn't matter. But it sounded like she was like doing it. And the second the opportunity came up where she was like, I'm not going to do that shit anymore, she was like, done. Yeah. Sign me up for whatever the fuck that is. Right. So it sounds like she wasn't really thrilled about what was going on necessarily, which tells me that she doesn't necessarily want to be like, the quote unquote, like, classic housewife or whatever, cooking and cleaning and shit like that, which is fine. But then I'm wondering what her game plan is. And if this guy is just saying, like, look, I'm going to keep paying for you and I'm going to keep doing this stuff or whatever, and you can just, like, hang out and watch people play video games or whatever. Again, if she's trying to get a project going, or she wants to, like, commentate on it, or she wants whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, if that's what she wants to do, I have zero problem with it.
Yeah.
Good for you. Go chase your dream. Like, do whatever you want. But it just sounds like she's like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm getting a free lunch. This guy's just paying for shit. He's a dum-dum. He's going to marry me, right? I got that shit in the bag. but I'm going to try and fuck this Twitch guy because he's probably making more money. So I'm going to try and fuck that guy. And then I can just go basically, hang out with him while he's doing his streaming or whatever. And so I'm concerned that this guy doesn't know this girl at all. So you 1,000% should be very concerned about the fact that this girl is trying to bang this dude, because it's very clear that she's trying. And by the way, if you're right not to trust her, because if you think that she's out there not sending this guy donations, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot if you think that this girl has not good with money. That doesn't mean shit. Like, you can send $1. You're telling me she hasn't sent $1 to this guy? She's already subscribing. You're telling me that she hasn't sent one measly dollar to this guy? You're fucking delusional if you think that's true. This guy's had a lot of issues. It literally doesn't. It sounds like he's been with this girl for 4 years. He doesn't know her at all. He literally does not know his girlfriend at all. In the slightest. There is zero recognition. She's basically a foreign being in his house. Just another corporeal human being sitting there that he might as well be some fucking stranger from another country that he's never talked to before. I mean, this is fucking lunatic. And this guy's just like, oh, am I justified? Am I overreacting? No, bro, you're not overreacting. This girl is, she's done. She's done with you, man. She's done. She's walking all over you, dude. She's walking all over you. That's my concern here. My concern is that this is a guy who's like, I'm in love. I'm gonna marry her. I'm gonna do it. Because when you read that shit, you can still tell that he's still planning on doing it. He's still planning on marrying her.
Yeah.
Why?
Like
Why? What? I don't know. Why? What? I don't understand. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Run away as fast as you can. I don't understand. This guy's fucking delusional. I mean, seriously, this guy's legitimately delusional. Where he says all this negative shit. He was like, oh yeah, she was like cleaning the house and she was cooking food and like, stuff was going good and I was taking care of her and all this stuff and whatever. And again, it's a problem if you guys didn't really discuss like what her role was going to be or whatever, because like that's the thing you got to do. Like, hey, what are you planning on doing all day? That sort of stuff. And what, do you want to go back to work? Do you want it? Because these are decisions that she can make on her own, but they are going to affect you. So it's good for you to know, what the answer is. But it is shocking to me that this guy lists all this negative stuff. And he's like, yeah, but don't worry. When the fucking weather turns better and people stop, fucking quarantining, oh, we're gonna go somewhere exotic, and I'm gonna have this sweet proposal for them. Yeah, good luck with that, dude. Good luck. She's probably gonna say yes. That's the problem. That's the problem. She's probably gonna say yes because she's gonna realize she can't be with this other dude, and that's not gonna stop her from trying to get with somebody else in the future.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, man. That's what it does. Honestly, this guy sounds like a guy who literally does not know his girl. He literally doesn't know her at all. I don't know. What do you?
I completely agree. Another thing that I was thinking about, especially when you brought up the fact that she won't put her phone down, even for 20 minutes, can't have a conversation. That has nothing to do with him being a male streamer. I think he is a little bit jealous because this guy is a male streamer, but he should feel this way, even if like she's just constantly watching different YouTube videos. If she's, just scrolling through Instagram, it's a common problem. And I think the thing that he's focusing on about this is like, this guy is a male streamer who she might have feelings for, when he should also be looking at the fact that her actions in general just she no longer respects the relationship. It has nothing to do with her following a streamer religiously. No. It could be.
No. It's not that she doesn't respect the relationship. You didn't go far enough. She doesn't fucking respect him as a person.
Yeah.
This is someone who won't watch a movie with you. That is somebody who literally does not respect you as a person. Think about it. Think about that shit. Teenagers don't do that. Teenagers will not watch a movie with their parents. And ask any teenager that does that, and you can tell that they don't respect their parents. Right? Because that's hard to do when you're a teenager, right? Like you don't understand it yet. Like you don't get the point yet. That's what she is, dude. You're dating a teenager. You're dating somebody who doesn't fucking respect you as a person. That's a great point by you. I know I cut you off. Yeah. Keep going, but that's a great point by you. But it's not that she's not respecting the relationship. It's that she's not respecting him as a fucking person.
Yeah. No, I think that's a more. You're right. I kind of I threw a real softball at it, at the situation, and it, it needs to smack them in the face, really. And I think the part that I think is the most humorous is the fact that he doesn't see it, and they're 27 and 26 years old. This feels a lot like a College Confessions episode where this would be a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old, but they're nearly a decade older. And that's the other thing is, I'm not saying that social media or whatever is, that should happen at any age, but the fact that the problem that they're having within their relationship, how she's reacting to it. I mean, even if she's like a little down about losing her job, like you're right. Like, what does she want to do now? Like, the pandemic sucks for a lot of people, and a lot of people have had to repivot, and they've had a lot of devastating losses. It's like, do you sit, like, what is that? And then that's the thing for him to decide. Like, if her life is now gonna be, she follows this dude and she doesn't have any, is that really like who he wants as a partner? And it's okay if the answer is no, that's fine. And if she's unwilling to change, like, then he should find someone he's more compatible with. That has nothing to do with the fact, like, hey, this pandemic happened. Let's feel, she's dealing with it in her own way. That's fine. I'm not saying she needs to change.
No.
I'm saying their relationship.
Not dealing with it. That's my point. She's not dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like, she's just refusing to deal with it. She's just like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just watch YouTube all day. Again, if you have something that you're attempting to do with that, like you want to like start your own show or your own stream or whatever, like, fine. But that's what this guy needs to do, right? Like, look, man, you need to go tomorrow morning. You need to sit down with this girl, call in sick from work, whatever. You need to sit down with this woman and say to her, look, you are 26 years old, okay? I'm fine. I love you and all this, whatever, all the dumb shit. Like, that's fine. What is your plan? Just ask that question. Ask her a question. What is your plan? Number one, I'm going to guess that she's not going to give you an answer, because guessing she doesn't have one, other than I want rather get with this Twitch guy, which is still true. You are right. Doesn't matter that it's a dude, but she definitely wants to bang this guy.
That's an added element. Yeah, I'm just saying that should be the threshold that he reaches, is all I'm saying.
No, you're 100% right. Again, if you can't get your partner to put their fucking phone down for 20 minutes, you have a bad partnership. You may not see it, but you have a bad partnership. I'm just telling you right now. Like, it's not good. If you can't have a 20-minute conversation, forget the conversation. Again, like you even said, the conversation, whatever. No, I'm saying if you can't get your partner to watch 20 minutes of a fucking movie with you without looking at their phone, wherein it's not intimate. It's not like there's nothing. You're just sitting watching something. If you can't get that to happen without them doing something else, you have problems in your relationship. I'm telling you that right now. You just need to look at this woman and say, what's your plan? Just what are you gonna do? Because, and actually don't even say because, just leave it there. Just stop talking. Let her answer. And then you decide, okay, either I'm okay with her plan, I'm not okay with her plan. And you can say, if you're not okay with the plan, you say, look, I'm not really okay with that plan. So unless you have a different plan, I don't think this is going to work out. Or if you're okay with that plan, you say, okay, great. Then, like, what are your next steps, right? Like, what are you going to do? And then she's like, hey, I just want to watch YouTube all day. And you're like, fine. Then her next steps are going to be, well, I'm going to go watch some YouTube. And that's fine. But have a follow-up question. Say, what are your next steps? Whatever. But ask her. And again, if you are okay with her not working and you guys are doing the thing, like, that's totally fine. But just ask her what her plan is, because just watching YouTube all day is a plan. But my guess is, if she says to you, I'm just going to be a groupie, that might hit you a little bit different than what you think she's actually doing. So maybe she admits to that. Maybe she doesn't, but maybe she gives you something else and you say, great, what are your concrete steps? Like, what are you going to do? And see if she follows through. That's all I'm telling you. But I'm saying, just tell her. Don't forget all that other stuff. Get an honest answer from her. Sit her down and say, what's your plan? What are you going to do? Just what do you want to do? What do you plan on doing? And that's it. And just let her talk. Because you guys you're not having these conversations. That's fucking concerning. It's a real concern that you're not having these conversations. Like, I'm sorry, dude, this is not somebody you should marry. You absolutely should not marry this girl. There is zero things in this story that tells me that you should marry them. So literally, that's not a joke. Everything I heard, best case scenario for some of those facts, was that I went, it wouldn't hurt him if he married her. That's the best case scenario for all the facts that I heard. And by the way, a majority of them were worse than that. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. This guy's fucked. Honestly, like this dude is fucked. That's what I'm saying. You know, or at least in this relationship.
Yeah.
Right? So he might do himself, he might not. I don't know. But this is a fucking disaster. He's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, I don't have anything really positive to add. Her lack of being able to talk about it right now doesn't make it seem like it's something that she's going to be able to talk about anytime soon. But he still needs to keep having that conversation. And if she's being that defensive, he needs to be, you know, kind of like what you were saying. He needs to be very clear about what he's saying and go to the point, you know,
well, see, usually I would agree with you. But I'm going to disagree on that particular point.
Okay.
But here's what I'm going to say. If she's being that defensive, just consider that fact. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Just consider that fact. If she continues to be that defensive, just consider that fact and make your own decision. That's all I'm saying. You know, I mean, you know, us, like, we don't really like to tell people like exactly what to do. We just like to give them the tools, right? Like, hey, look, this is what you can do. This is what we think is going to help you to open your own eyes, because nothing we say is going to change anybody's mind, right? So all I'm trying to do is get people to a point where then they can make their own decision, right? And usually I would agree with you. Like, you got to be real clear on this stuff. And I'm telling you, if you've already kind of broached these subjects or whatever, she's been defensive. If she keeps doing it, just consider that that's a thing that's happening and consider how you feel about it. That's it. You know, that's it.
That's honestly a fair point. That alone is something you can take everything out, and that element of conversation or communication is.
It's 20 minutes, bro. You can't get 20 minutes alone with your fucking girlfriend. I don't understand. Like, this shit doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Are you out of your fucking mind? Seriously, are you out of your goddamn mind? This question literally says this is the fucking question. I'm 27. I can't get 20 minutes alone with my girlfriend. Are you fucking kidding me? That is ludicrous. That is fucking insanity, dude. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you that fact pattern is fucking insane. Okay? That is cuckoo and bananas. Like, that is
he needed to hear that, because he doesn't even, that's the point, is he thinks it's silly. It's not.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's crazy.
There's nothing humorous about that, by the way. There's literally nothing humorous about that, dude. You are a grown human being who can't get 20 minutes alone with another grown human being who says that they love you. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's it. I mean, I don't have anything else to add to that. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't think there is anything else to say.
No, I mean,
I think that is it. You know, that's the takeaway.
I think we did it. I definitely think we did it. That's a good question. I like that one. A lot of layers to that one, actually. A lot of layers to it. But, you know, like I said, I think we helped them out. Other people who have other questions, you got other concerns, you got things you're afraid to ask people, you know, whatever, send us an email. Hit us with the questions, whatever you got. You know, if we like it, we'll read it. What's the email that they can send to?
The email is info.yourrelationshipsucks@gmail.com.
All right, so you can hit us up there. If you're listening on the podcast, we appreciate it. Please, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff. Also, please check out our YouTube. And if you're there, subscribe, all that stuff. We do appreciate that. It helps us out. Helps us, kind of keep doing this sort of stuff. We like doing this. We're going to keep doing it, but it really does help kind of get some of that feedback. So definitely, hit us up with that. Still have those shirts for sale. Please check out the episodes. If you would like to buy, I'll say it the right way. If you'd like to purchase a Karma Cancer t-shirt, an I Got Dennis t-shirt, hit us up, send us an email, the same email. We'll get it figured out. Maybe if you want both, we'll get a bundle pricing for you, all that stuff. Definitely do that. If nothing else comes from this, I just want to see people walk around with a shirt that says Karma Cancer. I just want to see one person walking around with a shirt that says Karma Cancer on it, just because that means that they understood what we were doing. You know what I mean? Like, that would make all of it worth it, that they were like, yep, these people get it. Like, that was worth it. you know, it's worth my money to just support that particular idea. If you haven't seen those episodes, you can go check them out. One was on Christmas Day. I don't know when the other one came out, but I Got Dennis. You can check that out. Chronic Cancer. That was our Christmas episode. You can check that out. Yeah, I think that's the house cleaning. I think we're good. We will see everybody next time, helping more people out. Thank you for listening, and we will be back.